Peace, mercy and blessings of Allah be upon you. In this video, I will respond to the question that several people have contacted me about and asked the same question. Rashad, we have on the site, I inject for the breaker failure and start increasing the current to get it and decrease it to get and fill. He requests and I decrease it to get a drop off and secure the format. I told him all. He said, okay, I don't get a binary input and I start to increase the target gradually. Sometimes I find the breaker failure didn't work with me. I told him, let's solve it before. Let's answer this question now. The matter is quite simple. You have the initiation as we agreed, either one channel or two channels. Okay, based on one channel or two channels, there is a setting here called monitoring time for binary input start. Monitoring time for binary input start. And if you choose two channels, you will have two settings. Monitoring time for binary input start and monitoring time for binary input release. Okay, we are working with one channel. So what is this monitoring time about? The matter is quite simple. If you give the relay initiation and before 15 seconds pass, if the relay does not see current or does not see the breaker close, depending on whether you are in current mode or not, in this case, it will show you a binary input fail alarm and the breaker failure will not activate. That's nice. So that's what happens with them. The guys give initiation and this setting might have been 3 seconds, killed him 5 seconds or whatever. And he started to raise it. So of course, the time has already passed and therefore it will not work after this time. Then another person came and asked me another question. He said, so here, what do I do with this checkbox? I told him, great, let's see what the manual says. When I opened the manual, it tells you that if you have this check mark, it means that when you have something like what is coming to you, it means that when you give and there is a current, the binary input you have will not reset. The lockout does not reset. And so if the setting of the supervision alarm is this way, is present and confirmed with you, the alarm will go off immediately. So, is this correct? It told you no. The alarm should not go off. So it told you in case you have this option enabled. At that time, if it works, in this situation, it actually won't work with you. If you don't have this enabled, what does it mean? If you are a user, and it is supposed that if you don't, then what will happen as a result, for example, of a failure in this input or whatever, at that time, what will happen is that it will be working and show you what, and it will show you fine. The fact that you have this option enabled here doesn't mean that it isn't present with you in case you didn't have it. No, here it tells you, if an error occurs, that's it. If an error occurs, that's it. If you have this checked, it means you are a user. So the binary input won't reset and it won't show you the error if you are using it from... At that time, if the binary enable feeder is present, it will show you the error. But before the 15 seconds, or rather, if the error didn't occur before the 15 seconds, what will happen whether you are locked out or at 94, a failure error will appear and also the breaker failure won't work. That's nice. Okay, let's test this together. Okay, now to test, I first need to set up my configuration. So I will open the information routing. I had programmed the binary input with the start and programmed the binary input with the position of the breaker. Here is the position of the breaker, low, close, high, and here is the main binary input for the start. Here is the position entomustit of the breaker, which is close, high, and here is the binary input for what? For the start. Okay, I will come here later in the binary output and the LEDs. I will only use the LED. I will program an LED with the start initiation so that when the initiation is received. And I will program another LED with the fail of the breaker input. The fail of the binary input. What is the binary input? Start. Excellent. Now we want to test. What will we do? We will come here in the fridge. And I also have two pages. The first page, as I am, nothing at all. And the second page as well. I will leave nothing in it, no currents or anything. And I will only have initiation and I don't have a breaker close state and the currents are zero, meaning as if I only received initiation, right? Very good. It will come here in the binary output to activate initiation and not activate the breaker close state. And I will make this initiation come with the second page. In this case, after 15 seconds, what is supposed to happen? what will happen is that it will trigger the alarm of the binary input. What is in the binary input? This is the first step I will take. All right, let's see together. Now I will start pressing start. As we saw, there's the initiation, and I will start monitoring here. This time, after 15 seconds. We will notice that we have a binary input failure, and the alarm will be triggered on line number 2. Exactly, it has now appeared, so I saw it as an alarm triggered on the LED. Now I've reset the whole thing. What do you think if we set this second page to 15 seconds, or maybe 15 seconds, and an additional 100 milliseconds, just to be sure that the alarm will definitely trigger? Sounds good, right? Then I inject 3 pages, and when I get to the 3rd page, what do? I apply a current, meaning after this failure alarm triggers, and what do? We apply a current. Let's see what happens. Start. During the initiation, it will stay for 15 seconds on the 2nd page. Of course, 15 seconds with an additional 100 milliseconds. Just make sure the alarm has been triggered. I'll check now. Here on the relay, 1 second left. The alarm has been triggered. It moved to the 3rd page. I'll give it a current, but nothing happened. Why? Because the alarm was triggered, so the relay won't work with you. The idea is clear, but the concept is that you should have 2 pages, like I'm doing now, exactly 2 pages. And here it's set to 0.3, and I won't let the fridge stop. I'll set the contact here to not used. So if I come to the date now and start, the breaker failure will activate with me. Now the breaker failure has tripped. Even the output contact on the relay has shown here. The breaker failure has tripped. Even after 15 seconds, nothing happens. No alarm will be triggered. Why? Because already the breaker failure had issued a trip. When does this happen? This happens if you had selected external here. But you know, if you remove the external and move it here, like this, and inject the same input, but extend the time a bit so you can catch it and see it. Here it is. I have set this timer to exactly 18 seconds, all right. In this particular case, my friends, even when it trips, we will all witness it together right now, as you will clearly see. It will only last for a total of 15 seconds, or it will trip. But the 15 seconds passed. Keep in mind that the current hasn't tripped yet. The current hasn't tripped yet, so that's why you didn't see the alarm. But if I inject this over 3 pages, meaning on the 3rd page, I set the current to 0. Now this is where you'll start to see the idea. Why? Because the current is supposed to drop to 0 and the initiation is still present, so you'll get the alarm. Let's see this together. I hit start. Did a trip occur or not? It did. All 15 seconds will pass on the 2nd page. I could have reduced the time significantly, but it doesn't really matter to me. The whole idea is on the 3rd page. Oh, now it's on the 3rd page. It will take 15 seconds on the 3rd page. Keep an eye on it. Let's see this together. The breaker failure as a breaker failure was reset, but the binary input is still present because the current has been reset, but the binary input is still what? Still present. So after 15 seconds, the alarm will come down. But when I programmed here or made a tick mark on this checkbox, it didn't bring down the alarm because I informed it that the initiation is actually coming from whom? From 86. All right, thank you.